Hello and welcome to a new student preview of Graduate and Professional Studies at St. Mary's College. As the title suggests, my goal in the next 30 minutes is to provide you with some insights into the student experience at St. Mary's and hopefully make your transition a little easier. Even if you haven't finalized your decision yet, and SMC is one of several schools that you're considering, this presentation should give you a more complete picture of St. Mary's and the value we provide beyond our highly regarded academic programs. This webinar was developed by the Office of Graduate and Professional Studies, or as we fondly refer to it, GPS. My name is Jane Joyce, and I'm responsible for recruitment and marketing. This presentation is designed to be an overview of facilities, resources, and services available to graduate and professional students, but is not intended to replace the orientations that will be conducted directly by your individual programs of study prior to your start date. Here's a summary of the topics we will cover: key resources and services, how to get around campus, mundane things like paying your bill or setting up email, and critical things like where can I buy food, where can I relax for a few minutes when there's a break, or I need a little excitement, what's fun to do. And of course, we'll have time for questions at the end. Here is a list of facilities, services, and resources available on campus. I'm also showing you a campus map that clearly labels important locations. You can download this from the SMC website. Some of these resources, like the business office, the financial aid office, or the library, you will interact with by phone, email, or in person on a regular basis throughout your time here at St. Mary's. Others, like the counseling center or public safety, perhaps only in certain situations that may come up along the way. The main thing is that you remember that these resources and services exist and know that you can access them when the need arises. If you are directionally challenged, as I am, the best way to orient yourself to our campus is to identify where you are in relationship to the chapel. So on this campus map, you would be coming in St. Mary's Parkway here, and this is the chapel lawn, and here is the chapel here. If you turn right or if you turn left, you will end up on De La Salle Drive, which essentially goes completely around the campus and forms a loop. So it's pretty hard to get lost here at St. Mary's. Again, the chapel, which is kind of the heart of the campus, is a good landmark to determine where you are. So as I said, De La Salle Drive goes around the campus. Most of the classroom buildings face the chapel lawn. So in this picture here, you see the chapel, and this big expanse of green lawn is the chapel lawn. And on either side, ringing a ring, you can't see on the left-hand side here, are classroom buildings. So we have Garaventa, we have Dante, and the chapel. Then on the other side of the chapel is Galileo, Seychelles, and then Philippi Hall, which is where the business office is and where the registrar is located. This is a picture of the backside of Dante Hall, which is behind these trees here. And this picture here is one of our newest classroom buildings, Philippi Academic Hall, which is set back a ways here, so you can't. It's not pictured in this particular picture here. But that is oftentimes there's a number of graduate programs or graduate classes that are conducted there. Let's see. The other thing I wanted to mention to you is this is Philippi Academic Hall, but our business office and our registrar's office over on the left-hand side here are in Philippi Hall. So that can be confusing. But of course, when you have a generous donor who would like a building named after them, then oftentimes we sort of appreciate their donation and want to honor their request. So that's why we have a Philippi Hall and a Philippi Academic Hall. In the back of the campus, behind the chapel, is the SOTA Activity Center, where we have a lot of our meetings, conferences, those kinds of things. Also, that is where McKeenan Pavilion is, which is where our St. Mary's basketball team plays their home games. Your SMC photo ID card is your key to all services and events on campus. Your SMC email address is where all campus communications will be sent. And as I'm sure you know, you can set it up so that it forwards onto your personal email address if that's your preference. You'll need to have a parking permit to park on campus, which is free. Yes, I know it's hard to believe. Free, at least for now, from public safety. Just be sure to park in designated student parking areas and not in the lots for faculty and staff, which is a surefire way of getting on the wrong side of your professor. Last but not least, it's Gale Express, which you will become very familiar with as you register for class, check on grades, or pay your tuition. Here is all the contact information for the Student Accounts Department in the business office, which, as I mentioned, is located in Philippi Hall. They are there to help, so you can take advantage of that fact, or you should take advantage of the fact that you are at a small private school where it's still possible to have person-to-person conversations to discuss a problem or concern or to ask a question. So be sure to, if you're not sure, to ask. They're very helpful in the business office. Here's a closer look at Gale Express, which I mentioned in one of the previous slides. This is a site where you will log in to pay your tuition bill. You'll be notified via your SMC email account when your bill is available to be viewed and paid. In addition to your tuition bill, Gale Express is also where you can search and register for classes, check your financial aid award, and view your grades. So down here is where you can look at, you can register for classes, but even if you're not currently enrolled, you can enter as a guest to this site and search for classes. So that is a possibility if you want to see the types of classes that are available and when they're scheduled, etc. Your grades and your unofficial transcripts we'll find in this area, and then here's your bill payment area here. There are two types of student loans, unsubsidized direct and graduate plus. The direct loan maximum is $20,500 per academic year, or $138,500 lifetime maximum. This is for a graduate student. There's no maximum for Grad Plus, which is another kind of loan, which can be used to bridge the gap between the direct loan and the total cost of your attendance, including, if you wish, your living expenses. Now, you're not eligible for Grad Plus if you have adverse credit history like a bankruptcy, or late payer status, or defaulting on a loan, or excessive credit card debt. You need to apply only once at the beginning of your program for the direct loan. And if I didn't say it already, the direct loan isn't based on your credit worthiness. So unless you've defaulted on a previous direct loan, you should be able to secure a direct loan, which is that initial $20,500. You must apply every year for the Grad Plus loan. And just a point here, if your program offers a Jan term, and I know in the School of Education some of the programs actually start in Jan term, there is no regular disbursement of financial aid at that time. So you need to arrange for those funds to be added to the following spring term disbursement, or if you're already here, you could have it dispersed with your fall funding. But in any case, you need to make special arrangements so that your tuition for Jan term is included in the disbursement for financial aid. So talk to the business office and let them know that you are getting financial aid and that you have arranged to have it dispersed with your spring funding, and they will then know that it's coming. Now, you may be able to talk to them about the possibility of avoiding a late fee, but I can't guarantee that. But again, we're a small school. Sometimes you can work these things out, and the important thing is to talk to them, talk to the business office about it. Everyone should complete the FAFSA, which is a free application for federal student aid. This is in case your financial circumstances change mid-year. Even if you don't intend to take out a loan, some need-based scholarships will require you to complete a FAFSA. A new FAFSA must be submitted at the beginning of every calendar year. But remember, you're funded based on the courses taken during the academic year, which runs July 1st through June 30th. Submitting a FAFSA automatically initiates the loan process once you've been accepted to your program of study. And it's important that you know that they're a busy office, financial aid. And in fact, the entire financial aid process can be handled via the phone or email. And I also want you to understand that all full-time graduate students should qualify. They should feel confident that you can qualify for the $20,500 per year, unless, as I mentioned, you've previously defaulted on a federal loan. In terms of the types and sources of scholarship, here are a few. There are school-specific or program-specific scholarships, usually partial. Here at St. Mary's, the School of Education, the Graduate School of Business, the MFA in Creative Writing, the MA in Kinesiology, and the MFA in Dance all offer partial scholarships for incoming or current students. The details of these can be found on their program websites. St. Mary's College offers assistantships or fellowships in the MFA in Creative Writing and the MA in Kinesiology programs. Details of those opportunities can be found on the program websites. Then outside of St. Mary's, professional associations or organizations in your field oftentimes offer scholarships. Some examples would be the California Association of School Counselors, the National Association of School Psychologists, the American Association of University Women. Those are just a few examples. Disadvantaged categories often can secure scholarships. So minorities, for example, the Hispanic Association of Schools and Colleges, single mothers, disabled, veterans, or women returning to the workforce. The SMC Library provides access to databases and catalogs for students interested in finding assistance with grants, scholarships, subsidies, government aid, and loans. And search the web yourself for scholarships. There are scholarship sites like FastWeb, Peterson's, Student Scholarship Search, gradcu.com. Research scholarship opportunities and be sure to note the application deadlines and award timeframes. Remember, you can apply for scholarships, but being awarded one is not a given. So make sure you've applied for a loan amount sufficient to cover your needs. Then, if you are awarded a scholarship, you can always decline the disbursement for a particular term. To get more information on financial aid, register for one of my monthly financial aid webinars. You can find the registration link on the Graduate and Professional Studies calendar webpage. And in fact, I have a financial aid webinar next week. I believe it's the 14th at the same time as today, 5:15 to 6. But you do need to register in order to get access to the login, etc. Through the St. Mary's Business Office, you also have the option to set up a monthly tuition payment plan to make it more manageable. So say you think you can, pay tuition as you go. This will break it into more manageable chunks. You can find the contract to do this on the Business Office website, but do remember that you must submit the contract before the start of each term. So not just once, but before the start of each term, so they can set you up on the payment plan. Something new this year is the SALT Financial Literacy Program. So this is something that St. Mary's has purchased and is making available to our students and to our alum. It's available to you throughout your time at St. Mary's and also after you leave us. This value-added service provided by the Financial Aid Office is an online tool that offers help with managing your finances and also loan repayment, as well as loan debt counseling and advocacy. It even has a job, internship, and scholarship search function. So it's a great new addition to some of the services that we offer to our students and alumni. And it's not something that's provided by every school. We have two primary dining options on campus, Oliver Hall and Cafe Louie. Oliver Hall offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner during the week, and brunch and dinner on weekends. The late night dining program offered nightly gives students a break from studying and a place to gather with friends and have a sandwich or grab a burger or enjoy an ice cream. In the morning, Cafe Louie has fresh brewed selection of Starbucks coffees and a variety of pastries. For lunch, choose from a delicious assortment of to-go salads or sandwiches. You can download Flex Dollars onto your student ID card and you receive a 20% discount when you purchase food at either of these locations, and even some off-campus sites in Moraga, nearby Moraga. We are very excited about a new space on campus that we are opening this fall, specifically to serve our graduate and professional student population. Our new Graduate and Professional Student Resource Center will be located, or is located, conveniently between Oliver Hall and Cafe Louie, and will be a comfortable lounge area, a study area, and a private, technologically equipped conference room that will comfortably seat 12 students for either group meetings, project collaboration, or workshops. And it will be possible for grad students to reserve this space in advance. So we are in the process of getting the furnishings completed, the technology set up, and we anticipate being able to open this space a little bit later this term. Nearly 3 years after its proposal, a new recreation center that gives St. Mary's College students a place to exercise and hang out opened its door last spring. The name is dedicated to Joseph L. Alioto, and is so named. There's a beautiful pool. You can see a picture here. There's actually a spa too, which you can't see. It's outside the view of the pool here. There's a climbing wall inside, 3 indoor courts for basketball, soccer, and volleyball, a fitness center, and rooms for yoga, dance, and spinning. The new recreation center has a lot to offer for all of our college community. There's even a Jamba Juice located inside, which offers fresh fruit smoothies as well as an assortment of to-go salads or sandwiches. And your Flex Dollars on your student ID card can be used at the Jamba Juice as well. I personally make use of the recreation center, and for me and for you, it's really state of the art and would cost hundreds of dollars to belong to on the outside. This is a list of additional campus resources available to our students, and I'll just comment on a few of them. One of the great things about our library, which is pictured here, is the level of assistance our librarians provide. You can call them, you can email them, chat or text them, or meet with them in person when you need help with a search strategy, a topic for a research assignment, or with a selection of appropriate electronic resources and reference materials for a project you might be working on. We also have a writing center. It's a welcoming, friendly environment that's student-run and student-oriented. Their advising strategies have shown tangible results in terms of the quality of student writing. The goal of the Writing Center is to make writing accessible and manageable for all students, and they are located on the first floor of De La Salle Hall. And of course, all graduate and professional students are invited to utilize the services of our Career Center. For those of you who would like to get involved in a leadership opportunity on campus, we have the Graduate and Professional Student Advisory Council. The GPSAC provides input to campus leadership regarding the student experience and how it can be improved. This organization also helps to build community across the various GPS programs. Also, the Academic Honor Council, which reviews cases of alleged academic dishonesty, is another opportunity for GPS students to make a contribution to the campus community. And here's a list representing the icing on the cake when you attend SMC. Let me highlight a few of them. If you're inspired by images, by soft brush strokes or bold, bright colors, check out the St. Mary's College Museum of Art. The museum is located behind the chapel and across the street from the Soda Center in the back of campus. Our Legacy Garden is a half-acre garden plot which grows pesticide-free food for the student dining hall. It's located behind one of our residence halls, and it's maintained by student and faculty volunteers. We regularly have a farmer's market where produce from the garden is sold at very reasonable prices. We have our own observatory, too, here at St. Mary's. The Geisberger Observatory is located in the hills behind SMC's campus. It's a great place to get away from the commotion of campus life and be a little closer to the stars. If you take one of the roads towards the townhouses, Mission Road, in fact, you'll pass Marjorie David Agino Residence Hall, and there you'll find a dirt path to the observatory. We have walkways and hiking trails. The Lafayette-Moraga Regional Trail is almost 8-mile linear park that parallels St. Mary's Road through Lafayette and Moraga, and a portion of the trail lies directly across the road from SMC. If you walk about a quarter of a mile down, you'll find a little park, Moraga Commons, that includes places for frisbee golf, bocce ball, or just quiet contemplation. Which, speaking of contemplation, we also have a lovely redwood grove located at the end of Gale Way on the very edge of SMC's campus. The Bertain Redwood Grove is surrounded by towering redwood trees and is an excellent place to study, write, or meditate. But I know in the end you're focused on graduating. And here's some happy faces of graduates from our programs. And we know that this is your desired outcome, to successfully complete your program of study and attain the degree that will hopefully open new doors of opportunity for you in the future. We will never forget that that's the primary reason you're here. And if you have any questions now, you're welcome to type them in, and I'll attempt to answer them for the group. Also, you'll be receiving a follow-up email from me providing an overview of what was covered today. I want to thank you for spending some time with me, and I hope you found this session beneficial and feel better prepared to take full advantage of all that St. Mary's has to offer you as a graduate or professional student. And we really look forward to seeing you around campus soon. And if you don't have any questions now, I'm going to open up for questions. Again, you can type them in if you have any. If you don't have any now and you think of something later, feel free to email me or call me. Again, I'm Jane Joyce on this list. That's my office number, and that is my email address, and I'd be more than happy to answer your questions. I'll pause here for just a few minutes to see if anyone has any questions. Okay. I'm going to guess that maybe no one has any questions at this time. Again, I urge you to give me a call or email me with anything that might come to mind once we conclude the webinar. Again, thank you for attending, and I hope you found it to be a good experience. We look forward to seeing you around campus. Bye now.